Welcome, everyone, to our first filmed in-person episode of Brindlewood Bay. This is technically episode 6, which is the start of our third adventure. Yes, we're rolling and we're getting this. I'm Elizabeth. I'll be the keeper, and tonight is Deadly Silent Auction, which is going to have a complexity of 7. But let's take a moment and introduce players, and they'll say a bit about their character too. So, Chris, do you want to lead us off?
Sure. So my name is Chris. I am one of the Open the Gates Gaming team members, and I will be playing tonight Rosa de Los Angeles. Rosa is a Hispanic woman in her late 60s, early 70s. She moved to Brindlewood Bay a few years back to be closer to her grandkids. And she had quite the night in our last mystery with our charity poker night. Among other things, she is now frustrated, seething, and has a sprained ankle. But we'll get to the recap of that later.
Awesome. Justin, you want to say hi?
I'm Justin, he, him. I am playing Barbara Babs McGee, who is just a reasonable yet crazy woman who just has a little bit of common sense, but maybe a little bit of a conspiracy theory at some time too, which may have came up on the last one. So I think she's late 60s, probably. I'm pretty sure, just lived in Brindlewood her whole life, where she banked and then just stayed home with a doll banjo. So. Yeah.
I love it so much. And also, Sean. Sean, is this your first time since the character creation? Yeah. Awesome.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean. I'm also part of the OTJ team, like Chris and Justin, and I am playing Nellie Blanchard Fortescue. Nellie's early to mid-60s, moved here 10 years ago for some peace and quiet, but also has a particular interest in the town's history, in the its connection to whaling and shipping and all those kinds of things. Nellie has 2 cats named Engelbert and Humperdinck, and a bird named the Admiral Benbow Inn, and a tortoise who no one else has ever seen.
Allegedly,
Sure.
There's a tortoise.
Does the tortoise have a name?
I wrote whose name cannot be spoken.
Oh, okay, cool.
So technically, yes, but practically no.
Unspeakable.
Oh, also worth mentioning, we have Atlas and Gustavo producing tonight. So thank you both. You can say hi to them in the chat. Chris, you did mention, so I'm gonna let you do the recap what happened last time, and we'll start with previously on Brindlewood Bay.
Yes, previously on Brindlewood Bay, we had a few of our mavens attending a charity poker night, which went off the rails almost immediately, not least because Ruby Lee, played by Dakota, decided she was bringing in some alcohol to an event where it was all mocktails, which my character had decreed was supposed to be the way it was going to be because last year was a disaster.
Was that not because of Ruby Lee last year?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
However, this year was a disaster in a different way because not 1, but 2 people got murdered.
Y'all were not super concerned about...
Well, we were not concerned about one of them. We were very concerned about the one that Mercedes foresaw in her tarot cards, which led to the creation of a new Maven move.
Yeah, that is the Mercedes tarot move.
Yes, so you have to have specifically a set of Mercedes brand tarot cards in order to use the Maven move, which I don't think any of us have, although maybe we can work that into one of our vignettes. Anyway, there was very little actually playing of poker, much gallivanting around trying to find clues. Mercedes foresaw the murder of the out-of-towner poker ace, which we then tried to stop before it happened. In the course of doing so, another suspect got murdered, which we were really not that concerned about. It's fine. And then at the last minute, Mercedes threw herself across the table to try and save the out-of-towner poker guy, which she did, but instead of that guy getting murdered, the mayor of Brindlewood Bay got murdered. So that's something we'll have to deal with probably, maybe.
I didn't vote for him.
Well, so it's all for the best. In any case, we did solve, the murder, Oh yes, because we threw on so many crowns because we were rolling very poorly last time. And with throwing on a crown, you get to up your success level, but things happen. And one of those final ones was in order to catch the perpetrator, a developer by the name of Dan something. It's not in my notes. But yes, Dan the developer is now been put away for good, we hope, behind bars. Justice has been brought to Brindlewood Bay, and we're going to have another special election, I guess. Anything I forgot?
I mean, let's leave it at that.
Okay.
'Cause anything you forgot was a little bit fun. Awesome. So make sure that you mark down your questions. We have had some leveling up. Some folks that are probably about to. So everyone has an end of session question. Did the Murder Maven solve a mystery? Go ahead and mark your other two. I won't have you reveal them yet because I don't want to either prevent or inadvertently help you get those. That should be up to you. I will tell you and have that you are headed to Alberton's Antiques, which we have a little bit of a surprise for y'all. We have a real murder board. Chris, if you want to put this one up, this is the location you're going to go to. But we will start with the cozy vignettes.
That feels right.
Cool. It's your murder board.
Well, we may be moving things
We
around.
even have yarn.
Do we ever?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to go. So let's do the cozy vignettes. This is a little bit of the kind of opening credits, if you will. We'll start with Sean and then go Justin and wrap with Chris. So a little slice of life, a few seconds of what your Maven would be up to before going to the antique store.
What time does the auction start?
Ooh. I think this is like the cocktail hour.
So we got to Nellie in a shawl and cardigan, having a nice cup of tea, opening a package that she's received in the mail. The package is a in the cardboard box is a old rusted looking bell, and she spends just a few minutes looking around her home before placing it neatly on a large shelf next to a very old, certainly not working anymore, phonograph, before leaving out the door and walking down the street to her friend Rosa's house.
Amazing. Justin, what's Babs up to?
Bab's going through her stuff to try to figure out if she wants to get anything appraised at this antique shop. And so she's going through all of her stuff, realizing too that there's really nothing in her house that anyone would necessarily consider new. So her house is an antique as well as herself. And so she's just looking through, and the one thing she decides to go is the one thing that probably is not a true antique, and it's just a few of Banjo's old leashes.
Not all of them, just a few.
No, there's a few, just a few. There's a couple like old leather ones with like different studded aspects of it, things that look antiquish to her. So she's grabbing those to take along with her.
I love that. Chris, what's Rosa up to?
Yeah, Rosa is in her garden with crutches, unfortunately, as she sprained her ankle last time. And she has a little mister that she's kind of holding with one hand as she's trying to kind of get around and water her plants, and which she does. And as she finishes up, the doorbell rings, and it is our friend Nellie at the door. And so she sets down her mister, and there's a shot of her leaving the kind of screened-in porch to go inside. The sun casts a shadow on her, and as she goes inside, the shadow remains on the wall. Two yellow eyes open in it briefly, look inside, and the shadow vanishes.
Amazing. Absolutely no notes. Thank you. So you gather and you are headed to Opportun's Antiques, which is a place of both, common finds, but some rarities, sometimes a little bit of odd. Who wants that? Somebody clearly. It is owned and run by two eccentric twins that, Rosa, you would have, I don't know if you met them at charity night, but I know that Mercedes spent time with them, Pierre and Pauline. They also share an apartment right above the store. This particular auction is going to be auctioning items from the estate of the late Captain Solomon Heimwinkel to benefit the Brindlewood Bay Whaling Museum and Educational Center as per his will. So, aside from kind of a shared love of extravagant clothing, the twins are like day and night. Last time we met Pierre, we found he was very, very interested in stories and storytelling and was a little bit more matching of Mercedes' energy, whereas Pauline seemed a bit more no nonsense, handling the business end of the transactions, that sort of thing. But my question for y'all is, if they are kind of like day and night, how so, and which sibling would your maven like better? So what are things you notice about their differences that make you prefer one or the other?
Well, Babs is definitely going to be with Pauline.
I think
It's
so.
a very much a reasoning aspect, no nonsense. She's going to stick with that.
Yeah.
She'll fade out on the storytelling.
Yeah, Pauline is probably very quick and efficient, assessing anything that you've brought to her. The numbers, knows how to run the business, keeps an eye out for bumper stickers for Babs, gives you the first ring. What do you think, Sean?
Nellie's definitely more drawn to Pierre. Pierre is a talker. Pierre
Yes.
gets excited about the products in the store and is more willing to follow Nellie's particularly odd asks, requests, and rumors that may lead to some of her own collection. Some of which is unclear at the beginning of a hunt for something, whether it even exists or not.
Brilliant. I love that. What about Rosa?
So, it could go either way, I think, because I think Rosa is generally a pretty no-nonsense person, knows what she wants, wants everything nice and organized. But she also gets along very well with Mercedes because it's a kind of, I think, opposites attract sort of thing. Their energy is very different, but it lines up. So I could see her kind of going either direction. I think she's still kind of aggravated by some revelations about her beloved grandchildren that happened last time at the charity poker night. And so I think she is maybe not so much in the mood for Pierre's showboating. So I think she's going to go to talk to Pauline or kind of see if she can help with kind of, or, just make herself useful, even though she's got the crutches.
Yeah, absolutely. When you arrive, Pierre is greeting you. Oh, welcome, welcome. It's going to be such a marvelous evening. I'm so excited. We have all of these just prized treasures to share with the community and to keep here in Brindlewood Bay. And he will actually hand you a list of auction items that are going to come up for sale. We can go over those in a moment, but Rosa, if you're kind of like pushing past trying to see Pauline, Pauline is like by the register, standing next to Alma Heimwinkel, who is the granddaughter of the late Captain Solomon Heimwinkel, the one who is managing the estate, putting it in order. It looks like they're going over kind of what they hope to get, for each piece, how high to start the bidding, that sort of thing in the back. When you come in very, very quickly, Pierre will point out the drinks and hors d'oeuvres that are set out, and carrying a drink tray very, very awkwardly with some champagne flutes that it's not filled very evenly. There's already some spills. This is not actually what they were hired to do, is Lee Landsberg. Lee is the assistant, lanky, with some nice round glasses, a bit nervous. They study art history at the Brindlewood Bay Community College, or BBCC, and they work part-time here. The rumor that, Rosa, you would have heard a little bit about this, but I'm pretty sure that Babs got the full scoop from Pauline, is that Pauline hired Lee to try to keep an eye on Pierre so that he wasn't focused on appraising things just for the story value, but actually looking at the worth and having a little bit of evidence there. But no, Lee, they're awkwardly trying to be wait staff, which was not what they were hired to do. So we'll come over and offer you drinks.
Rosa will take a glass of champagne and then kind of, as soon as Lee moves away, say to her friends, the charity poker night that I helped to organize, this was much better. We'll say the caterer did get murdered as part of that, so hopefully that won't happen tonight.
Someone hears you say that.
No, I was trying to be quiet.
So popping up like behind a counter is Nigel Potter. And Nigel goes, the caterer died. And then looks over at Pauline and is like, is there hazard pay for this gig? Nigel is the caterer for tonight. The logo, Nigel is wearing a t-shirt with a logo for the catering business. It's Excellent Eats with a Z at the end. I feel like, Babs, you worked at the bank, right?
I did.
You would have encountered Nigel before, because Nigel always has an idea, like every few months has a great idea for a new startup. Like this is just the latest venture. So would come in begging for a loan, but like doesn't necessarily see it through, but is like very excited about the next big idea. So yeah, these are the folks that you see before you. Who's drinking?
Well, I mean, I've got the champagne. So I think Rosa is she's fine with champagne at this point.
Yeah. Babs is just going straight into it. She grabs a drink and tries to go to Pauline to just talk about appraising those leashes that she brought. You got to get some appraisal conversation. And then I'll start a conversation while also letting Nigel know that nothing to worry about. Hey, it's not the first business he started. So.
Hopefully it won't be the last.
If Babs is heading off and Nelly will grab a champagne flute as well and lean into Rosa and say, this one's not going to last. This is clearly Prosecco.
Well, I will say, we made sure that we had actual champagne from France for the charity poker night because it was supposed to be a very elevated event. Not how it turned out, but I'm sure that Pauline is more than capable of.
Wasn't it mocktails?
Oh, it was mocktails, that's right, I'm sorry.
So was this like maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah, sure.
So maybe you had this big plan.
Happened when you gave Ruby Lee that real champagne, so we'll see what happens.
Well, she upgraded to Hennessy this year, so it was fun.
Well, she's a woman after our own hearts.
I feel like they would also both at this point notice that Babs is not as elegant and just chugged the wine.
Lee's like,
there was no sipping, nothing. It was,
would you like another one?
sure, and she just grabs another one.
And just like very, like Lee's just very like looking over the glasses at Pauline for approval, and Pauline's like, maybe more, that kind of like could be upright.
Babs, you're going to want to pace yourself a little bit, I think.
Hey, I've done this for years. It'll be okay.
You know best.
So Alma is standing right there and wearing, I know the picture shows something else, but Alma has blood red lipstick and like a dark, respectful dress that also has like a black kind of cardigan over it, and some pearls around her neck. Would any of you maybe have known Alma before? What I'm wondering, Rosa, is if Alma and your grandchild knew each other.
Ooh. Remind me what Alma does again?
So, Alma, what does Alma do? I think Alma actually left Brindlewood Bay to go to college and kind of got set up in. You're not sure? I don't think this is her coming back into town.
Oh, okay.
You'd need to see what you could get out of her, but I think it would be fun if you want. Do you want them to be connected? This is where.
Yeah, I think it could be interesting to maybe. Let me see something.
No, take your time.
So Rosa's middle child, Katarina, I want to say was the quietest of the three of them, and very studious. Decided to become an accountant. Moved down to Boston. Got set up with a firm there, and I think maybe that's how she knows Alma. That either Alma is also somehow involved with this firm, or maybe whatever Alma does, maybe she trades in antiquities, or trades in things that fall off the back of trucks. I don't know. Regardless, the company that Alma works for maybe works for retains the accounting firm.
Okay, so Alma, they probably, because Alma's from Brindlewood Bay, but had moved away for college.
Yeah.
Maybe they found each other in the big city.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think Alma primarily works in sales and just describes it that way.
Okay.
When did Captain Heimenkohl die?
Oh, Alma takes a breath and goes.
Oh, sorry, that was
Oh.
for you.
Oh, that information hasn't been revealed.
Okay.
Just that
I'm just
it
curious
was
about
recent
that.
enough that Alma was in mourning and a bit shaken at the charity poker night.
Okay.
Was at a table with Pierre and Pauline, and Alma and Pauline are friends, know each other. But if you were to ask, Alma would kind of take a bit of a deep breath and say, frankly, it's been a couple of months now. It's taken a very long time to work through all of the details of my grandfather's estate. He seemed to think it was worth quite a bit, but wanted to leave it all to, directly to the Whaling Museum. But the Whaling Museum, and then you hear Lee pipe up from across the room, and Educational Center. But yes, and Educational Center. It didn't necessarily need the items, and then we had to work through lawyers and probate court and all of these little details before we settled on selling it. And Pauline here and reaches out and kind of touches Pauline's arm. Pauline has been just such a good friend, helping us sort through all of it, and I'm sure all the proceeds will go to a good cause.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I've heard many good things about your grandfather, though I never had the pleasure.
He was a bit of a recluse by the end, a bit eccentric, but a Brindlewood native born and bred, and would never have wanted to be anywhere but here. Except maybe at sea, of course, but always coming home to Brindlewood Bay. From the entry, you look into the antique showroom. And although Oberteen's Antiques is just the name of this location, this is your first location in Brindlewood Bay since. The showroom, when you enter it, you get the mingled smell of old books, but also furniture polish. There are displays that are overflowing with items for sale that are organized by time period. You have a section here that's like rustic Americana, turn of the century, the Jazz Age, and a lot of that. But in front of their normal tables around the room, they've set special tables with white linen cloths on which the auction items sit. The first is a lot of scrimshaw, a bit damaged, but it includes a pipe that's carved from whalebone of an unidentified species. The second is a whaling harpoon marked as decorative, and then in parentheses, never used. The third is a figurehead from a 19th century whaling ship of dubious provenance, and that figurehead happens to be missing an eye. There's also a sextant, which is in a state of disrepair, but all of the original components are there, so it could be put back together. A 19th century sterling silver tea set sits right next to a sea captain's chest, although the lock on the chest has been broken. On the other side of the room, you see a mirror made from a salvaged porthole that has been repurposed, along with a set of 3.5 balloon-backed chairs carved with whaling scenes. The fourth chair is missing 2 of its legs. There is also a 19th century oak wooden bellows that's carved with 2 mythological scenes. On one side, a mirror facing Medusa, and on the other side, the prophet of Thebes. And then lastly, there is a card, but not a display out yet, just a card for where in an empty spot that just says the Elder Wing. And then on your sheet that gives you a list of everything that you could bid on that Pierre gave you at the door, it says moth preserved in wooden frame, estimated 1830s salvage. So my first question for you is, your mavens, are they comforted by old things, or are they made uneasy by a room filled with old things, and why? What's your reaction to kind of entering an antique shop?
This one's easy for Babs. She feels at home. I feel like Babs looking around, more or less thinking, I've got one of those, or something exactly like that. And just interested in everything.
Yeah, literally. I think Rosa is. I think she likes the challenge of an antique shop, in the sense of finding the things that are maybe, just with a little bit of polish will be completely different, or finding something that maybe is a little hidden, or something that no one knew its true value until, someone dug it up. So I think she's excited by kind of the treasure hunt aspect of it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Nellie really feels very similarly to Rosa. Really interested in the stories that each of these objects tell, the lives they've touched, the histories. It's the same thing that attracted her to the book club and the mysteries in the first place. There's a lot below the surface of objects in an antique store.
Yes.
That said, this feeling and is to her friends not doing to the people who know her well, is struggling to hide a sense of disappointment at the list of things on offer here, noting that many of them are broken or in a state of disrepair.
That actually takes me to my second question, which is is there an auction item that calls to you even though you have no need for it?
Babs is extremely interested in that captain's chest. Babs likes to store things, so she looks for utility. It's not that she disrespects history aspects or anything, she takes that into effect. But the utility of the item really appeals to her. Also, not that Babs likes to store things, she loves a place to put things. So there's a little bit of...
So you are a hoarder of containers?
Yes.
Okay.
A hoarder of containers.
Yes, love it. How big is the figurehead?
It's from the...
It's from the ship.
From a ship.
Okay, so yeah, not really all that
It's
easy.
about the size of Rosa.
Yeah, if not bigger. I think Rosa is maybe thinking, or I was thinking that if that was kind of a little smaller, it could be a fun garden ornament.
Still be a fun
It
part.
could
Still be a fun garden ornament, although I don't know that Rosa really wants to. What is the shape of it? Is it
It's it's a woman.
It's a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Missing an eye. I don't know. I don't know that Rosa would probably be looking for I just had this vision of one of those kind of mosaic glass lampshades that she could turn into a planter. or something like that.
Yeah, you definitely could turn, like, the porthole thing, it's much more three-dimensional than you think it is, right? Like, it kind of has a bowl shape to it.
Punch that glass right out.
Yeah. Because you could actually, like, hang it on the wall, punch the glass out, and have the, like, plants that would grow from it that could
Oh,
cascade
yeah,
down.
like for, like, Pothos situation, maybe put some air plants in it. Okay, yeah. Yes.
Because you're breaking a mirror, I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. Ever since the murder mystery of the last one, Russ is feeling a bit more sensitive to the
murder mystery of yesterday.
When was the
It has to have been like a few days, because
It's like earlier this week.
but I think it really was like last week.
Okay.
Because they were already planning the auction last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
No, it's been like one after another.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because it was really only the week before that the Brindlewood Bites murder happened. Because remember, one of the, it was the Coven Cook was her nickname, but one of the friends of the Mavens who liked to bake had the recipe that she was going to bring to the computer club that morning, and she brought it with her even though it was not a potluck, and really set Rosa off. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it was like a red velvet cookie situation.
Yes, she brought to the charity poker night.
Yeah. Is there anything, I know that it's not exactly what Nellie was looking for, but is anything calling to you?
Nellie has some ethical concerns about the scrimshaw. I think by and large, the thing that that would make Nellie interested in these things would be prominence. But the Elder Wing itself, but more specifically the frame it's preserved in. With the planks, salvaged wooden planks, estimating 1830s, does seem interesting to her.
Yeah. As you're kind of looking around and examining things, since the Elder Wing isn't out yet, you may have looked a little closer at the scrimshaw, maybe with disgust. And someone pops his head up behind the table. This is George Miller.
Director of Mad Max.
Yeah.
George hops up and goes, "They mustn't sell it, it's cursed."
Oh boy.
This is not a pipe.
Sure, it looks like a pipe.
It's cursed.
It's George Miller, a known quantity in this town.
So, would any of your characters frequent, like, occasionally go by the docks of Brindlewood Bay for any reason?
Probably not.
You might walk Banjo around.
Yeah, you have seen George Miller before then. He sits on the pier mending a net, but it is like the same fishing net over and over and over again. He was like a staple of the fishing industry in Brindlewood Bay, but the word around town is that he developed dementia, but tends to want to just return to the patterns of his life. So nobody is trying to like put him in a nursing home or anything like that. They have care come to him, and everybody just knows him, so they kind of keep an eye on him. But he has wandered in, but right now he's.
Well, George, what's a pipe if it's not a pipe?
This is not a pipe.
What is it then?
The captain knew it. The captain knew this was not a pipe.
What is it?
I don't know. What is it?
Mystery.
What is it? What is it? What is it? And Lee comes over and goes, George,
okay.
it is this, it's scrimshaw. We don't know, what about a snack? Would a snack be good? And Lee will kind of gently coax George out from behind there towards where the snacks are.
Well, I was wondering about it's cursed. What's it cursed with? Who cursed it? How is it cursed? This seems interesting.
I mean, it is interesting, but more of these things are probably cursed than you think.
I guess it is an old town.
It's an old town with 2 murders already this week.
Technically, that was last week. It's Tuesday.
Well, in the last week.
Charity poker night was Thursday.
Sure.
out of the corner of your eye, you notice someone else has entered. She's holding, it looks like a kind of decorated box, opening it, closing it, and it's not making a sound or anything, but showing it to Pierre, and Pierre goes, "Oh, I can just imagine how beautiful it would have been, had the music worked and played." And this is Marjorie Buttons. And yeah, Marjorie is a pretty frequent flyer here at Oberton's Antiques. Often bringing things to show, but not actually selling them. And just sitting there with Pierre, just giggling. "Oh, Pierre, you would have loved it. It was just a beautiful, beautiful waltz. I danced to it all the time as a little girl. It's just simply marvelous." And Pierre flips it over and goes, "Oh, when were you in China, my dear?" And she's just, "Oh, you're so funny." And just, it's awkward, strange energy coming from the front door.
Why is everything in here broken?
Because it's old.
Well, not everything that's old is broken, right?
Look at us.
Speak for yourself.
Those are the exact opposite energies.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you would know Marjorie personally, but she is someone who's, been here quite a bit. At this, Lee has set a tray down, has gotten George Miller seated, and an announcement, everyone. The auction is about to begin. This is a silent auction. We can answer any of your questions, but then you'll have an opportunity to bid shortly. So they'll just kind of walk around piece by piece and show things. I got stuck on something while prepping this.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing is, silent auctions are normally, here's the item.
Right.
Here's paper in front of it, and you place a bid.
Right.
The fact that the story decides that they show one item at a time and people bid on it feels like not a silent auction.
No, that's a regular auction.
That is a regular auction. So I think the way I'll do it is that Lee will personally go item to item and explain its significance, accompanied by Alma, who can do some personal storytelling around the item, but we'll kind of introduce each item, and then you'll have time to bid, if that makes sense.
Cool.
So as they're doing this, any items that you would be paying close attention, nothing has changed, you're just kind of looking around at particular...
I think Rosa would be interested in maybe that porthole mirror. Maybe she's got some craftsy ideas that plant adjacent.
Yeah, as you're taking a look in the mirror, something catches your eye. Someone who just entered and looks particularly sharp. Hazim Mishwani has entered the chat in a very well-tailored suit.
Very dapper.
Absolutely pristine. You're relatively fashiony, right?
Yeah, she likes to be put together.
Yeah. I think would definitely capture your attention, but as you're looking at the porthole, you notice that he enters, everyone else is distracted. He walks straight over to Pauline. And kind of leans against the counter and starts chatting with her.
How old is this man?
I'm trying to figure out how old I want everybody to be here. I feel like Pauline and Pierre look maybe 50s.
Okay.
Is that too much for them? I mean, he's got like a very timeless classic energy to him. It seems about the same age.
Okay. Maybe a little young for Rosa then.
Well, I mean, it's all relative.
This is true.
I mean,
Also, we have been told that Cheese Warlord is in the chat, so shout out Cheese
Hi,
Warlord.
Cheese
she's
Warlord.
Yay! We're so happy to see you, or to have you with us. I think, contrary to the picture, I think he's gonna have one streak of silver in his hair.
Okay, yeah, that sold it.
So it could be like more north of 50. He may
Yeah.
just be like, take care of himself well enough. He could be older, but just...
Rosa's husband died a long time ago.
Yeah.
This is not, well, okay, this kind of do with that, also not. Like, yes, it's been a number of years. But Rosa, like, she just likes the look of a well put together man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of these, well, not a lot of eligible bachelors, I think, in Brindlewood Bay.
I mean, it is a pretty small village. A lot of folks your age have kind of already been paired up. He has much more like Boston energy though. But is here.
I'm gonna go position myself near their conversation, just to eavesdrop.
Are you
surreptitiously.
trying to? Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I feel like this would be fun to invoke the day move.
Okay.
Because it's not like super high stakes, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't rolled.
Yeah.
And I like rolling.
Rolling is fun.
So for the day move, when you do something risky or face something you fear, name what you're afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve.
So I think, the riskiness is like getting caught eavesdropping, which is impolite, and Rosa would not want to be seen as impolite or improper. I think if she gets caught, she's going to be very embarrassed. And, the handsome man. Like, why not?
Does this feel like composure to you?
Remind me what composure is supposed to?
Yeah, so composure, these are all kind of flexible. Composure is if the Maven's action requires a steady hand, a calm disposition, or intense concentration, or if they're trying to avoid a fear-based reaction.
What presence?
Presence is trying to charm someone, intimidate someone, or capture their imagination.
I'll say composure, yeah. I mean, because I think she's trying to concentrate in here, but also trying to present herself as like, maybe she's trying to pretend she's really interested in whatever object is closest to their conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so composure is +1. That's cocked, fortunately. Okay, 8.
8. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose whether to back down or go through with it.
Okay.
You are going to be able to eavesdrop, hear what they're saying. They will not notice.
Okay.
Someone else is going to notice.
Oh, no.
And it's Pierre.
Oh, I don't care.
Amazing.
No, Pierre is going to want to know what the tea is.
Probably.
And I will go and tell him.
Oh, absolutely. So Pierre clocks it. There's a twinkle in the eye. There's a little bit of a wink.
Rosa just gives him a kind of like...
Well, and he's going to walk by you. I mean, he's so graceful when he moves. It's almost like dancing. And just as he as he walks past you, he'll brush past your shoulder and say, "About time someone else saw it."
Oh.
And head in there.
Okay.
When you get closer, you can see that, number one, Pauline is letting Hazim hold her hand in a way that's like, his body's kind of shielding it a little bit from other folks, and he's turning more towards her. She's definitely got a little bit of a grin.
She's grinning.
Like, a little bit. Enough. You're a friend. You catch it. She's trying to, be chill. There's a little bit of a smirk you catch. And she goes, it's been too long since I've been down here in Brindlewood Bay. And she says, I'm pretty sure that we sold that piece to you last week, as she kind of plays with her necklace. She's like, too long.
All right, Rosa's over it. Yeah, it's I think it's a beautiful exterior, but a little too much of a smooth operator, I think.
Yeah, he kind of will straighten his cuffs a bit and adjust his shoulder and straighten his little handkerchief. And she goes, we do have a lovely piece that you might find inspirational. I can show you in the back. if you need a muse.
I will make direct eye contact with Pierre and just do one of these like things.
And he definitely just like giggles. And but taking your point, he will say, "Everyone, I think it's about time that Pauline bring out the last item, the Elder Wing. We've kept you waiting long enough." At the mention of the Elder Wing, Babs and Nellie, you clock one more person in the room who'd been so quiet that you almost had not noticed was there. This is Lily Codswallop. You hear an actual, like, sharp inhalation when the Elder Wing is mentioned. And she moves her way through the crowd to get as close to the table as possible. You do not recognize this person at all. This person has never been seen in Brindlewood Bay. So I'm giving you the name, but like, it's interesting, right? Because the two of you know pretty much everybody in town at this point. And not like poorly dressed, but it is like I don't know, Babs or Nellie, which one, if either of you would clock this. I feel like Rosa would clock it, but Rosa's busy. But it's very, very brave for me to say that, but it felt right. Lily it's pretty like homely, nondescript attire, like more like business casual if you don't like where you work. You know what I mean? Like, I am meeting the dress code requirements. I don't want to be seen and called out. Are you doing okay, Chris?
Yep, I'm good. I'm super good.
I feel like Babs would clock that attire as like sometimes people at the bank may have like the ones who didn't last that long or who lasted way too long. You know, just the mediocrity.
Yeah. So I think Babs would see that. Probably ask Nellie, like, do you know this woman? Because I have not seen this woman before. Nellie's been leaning against a bookshelf, watching the scene with Rosa and Azim because Nellie does not. That man looks too rich for Nellie to trust him. And as soon as Babs asks the question, looks over, I literally had not noticed that person before. Oh, no, never once in my life. Kind of blends in with the furniture.
All of a sudden you realize she's actually right next to you.
Oh.
And she's just kind of looking down at her very boring loafery shoes.
Hello, dear.
No, I'm not from around here, though. My brothers live in Mucky Point, which is just like a few miles from Brindlewood Bay. Have you ever been there?
I have not.
There's not much to look at there. So like that makes sense that you haven't been there. There is an old lighthouse though, and there's some small businesses.
The lighthouse, you said?
Yeah. I'm just here. I wanna just a bit on the Elder Wing. I think it's very important to my family, and we go back really a long time with it. And then this gets interrupted by Pierre grabbing Lee and going like, "Where is my sister?" Rosa, you would have clocked that Pauline left with Hazim just kind of watching after her a bit ago.
I'm glad that sentence ended the way it did.
But hasn't returned yet.
She'll go up to Pierre and she'll kind of pat him on the shoulder. She'll say, "Pierre, my dear, you may want to go in the back. I think your sister wanted to show Hazim something."
Oh, Hazim is still waiting.
Oh,
Pierre had asked Pauline to go get the Elder Wing.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm sorry. But Hazim is still waiting at the counter, was like looking longingly in that direction that
I
Pauline
see.
walked. But
okay. But so anyway, so yeah, she'll say
She's been gone for too long. Is that the implication?
she's been gone for well, Pierre just looks at Lee like, where'd she go?
she went to the back. She was talking to Azim. Maybe she went to go get something for him.
Oh, Lee goes like, just a moment. Yes, sir. I'll find her, and hands kind of this clipboard that has a lot of information about the different objects directly to Alma, who's going to take over explaining anything from her grandfather's estate people have questions about as they're kind of deciding what to place their beds on. And Lee's going to go try to track down Pauline.
Can I talk to Lily in the while this is happening?
Talk to which one, I'm sorry?
Lily.
Yes, yeah.
What was your name? Yeah.
Lily Cottle.
Nellie. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet
You
you.
said the Elder Ring was important to your family.
Yeah, we go way back. Long time.
How did it end up in
Mucky Point.
how did it end up in Captain Heimwinkel's estate?
That's a very good question, and I would like to know the answer to that, but it's a little more important to me that I get the item and then I can do a little bit of research.
Interesting.
Is Rosa over here by this point?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you want to be.
Yeah. Let's just say, well, maybe she only caught like the tail end of this. Say, why is it important to your family, my dear?
Oh, it belonged to us a long, long time ago.
And what's so special?
Do you have heirlooms that in your family that are important to you?
Yes.
That's fine.
But it's okay. Well,
How long? When did your family last have it?
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
why does she not want to talk about this?
That's a good question.
They're over there now, and she's gonna like walk backwards really slowly towards the table, like where the little name.
She came up to us.
Meanwhile, you hear, "Oh, that's so funny, Pierre," as Marjorie is following Pierre around.
Wrong tree. Quit barking.
George comes up behind you and goes, "Trees don't bark.
It's a figure of speech, George.
They have bark.
They do.
Unless you take the bark off. You have to take the bark off before you can make a shape.
Hey, George, earlier you mentioned the pipe. It's cursed?
It's not a pipe.
But it is cursed.
Something's cursed.
That's true. What's cursed?
The pipe.
But it's not a
That's
pipe.
not a pipe.
This is not a thing that I can do myself. You hear a scream. And I think we'll take a 5-minute break.
Not again.
At what point do we have to assume it's you?
I didn't shoot the mayor. Dan, the developer,
No,
did.
I mean, maybe you're the one that's cursed.
Oh. We cannot discount that possibility.
Well, only 3 things to make a pact.
Chug a second glass of wine.
Only 2. You're pacing.
And we'll be back in 5 minutes, so you have time to get wine, Hennessy, or whatever you're enjoying. welcome back, everyone. Thank you also for everybody that is subscribing. I have been informed there's a hype train going. Really appreciate that. Also, so nice to see new folks and I don't want to say old folks. I don't know how old y'all are, but friends we've had for a while. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
So where we left off, there is a scream coming from down the hallway.
Someone had to scream.
That sounded more roller coastery than murder.
I don't know.
There we go. I mean, I guess you don't actually know that that's what happened. You're jumping to conclusions.
Rosa has seen some shit.
It's coming from, unfortunately, the direction that Lee and Pauline had exited, which Rosa would have seen that.
Okay. And they exited into a back room.
Hazim will take off running. It's past, there's like a little hallway. You enter in the entryway, there's like the counter. There's a hallway that leads to the storage room, but the door is open into the alleyway. So we need 2 locations.
Okay. Yeah, Rosa's gonna go look.
Oh, yeah. Nellie grabs another champagne and is hot on Rosa's tails.
Hazim may beat you there and is holding open the door, the skin kind of pale, as Lee is on the ground holding Pauline in the alleyway.
All right. So presumably Pauline is dead.
Yeah, sprawled out next to the dumpster.
Well,
Lee, what happened?
I don't know. And just like struggling.
perfect. Thank you. Yep, I was about to do it. Sorry, we're about to have way too much fun with this. Yes.
Just the right amount of fun.
Oh yeah, Pierre's gonna be very distraught.
We have to hope Marjorie doesn't see this as an opportunity. I will say that to others.
Like I said, it's the wrong tree. She really should quit barking before she makes a fool of herself.
Before.
Continues to make a fool of herself.
So yeah, we have
Right, we're in the alleyway.
Hazim holding the door open, frozen in place.
Mm-hmm.
Lee on the ground holding Pauline's body, which had been laid out next to the dumpster.
What happened? To Lee.
I came out here. Pierre said to find Pauline. Pauline was supposed to get the Elder Wing, and I saw the door was open a bit, and I thought maybe she needed a minute, but she was just here, and she's not breathing.
Why don't you go check on the Elder Wing in the storage room, see if it's there?
I'll go do that.
Okay. And what are...
I think, Babs would try to just push her way past Hazim to go check on Pauline,
Okay.
just to see if
And what does Rosa do?
I think Rosa maybe will go help Babs if she's not breathing, if there's any kind of like visible wounds or if that anything like what happened.
Cool. Okay, let's start with you two and then we'll go to the storage room.
Before Nellie leaves, though, I want to just, it's going to grab Hazim's shoulder, shake him a little bit, say, Hazim, call an ambulance.
Hazim will like very shakily pull out a cell phone and dial 911. On the other line, or like from the phone, you can hear kind of like a little bit of it, but what you gather is that an ambulance is on the way and the sheriff will be there within 30 minutes.
I'm sorry.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, me too. No.
And he just kind of hangs up and like slumps to the ground.
I know this is hard, Hazim, but, well, the sheriff will come and we'll figure this out.
Okay. Here's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I think you're going to make a meddling move
Okay.
with presence with Hazim. You're going to make a meddling move with reason looking at the body. Did I hear that right?
Sure.
And we'll start with you two, and then we'll go to the storage room.
We're doing with 2.
What did?
Oh, that's so much better. Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's start with that
Plus
then. What did Babs get?
Plus 3?
That's a
15.
Double sixes.
What?
You know the
Okay,
time,
2 things.
cause.
I have
How
now
old
solved
she
the
is.
I
mystery.
wasn't,
Yeah,
I wasn't
you
ready
know
for
her.
our
You have a
like
note
first
from the
big
murderer
roll
that says,
there.
it was me. I did it this way.
You look at the body. It shows both signs of strangulation and defensive wounds. So that's going to be your clue. But weirdly, you also have. I think like that was such a good roll. I want to give you a piece of information that your character would have recalled. I don't think they recall it right in this moment. But you know something about George Miller because as you went on your walks with Banjo, you probably had a lot of talks with him, even if it was the same conversation over and over. And you know that people call him a 92er, which is a reference to an incident that happened in the fall of 1992 when some anti-government separatists called the Sons of Freedom had a standoff with federal agents in the woods outside Brindlewood Bay. The standoff lasted for 6 days, during which time the federal agents claimed to witness a lot of strange things coming from the compound, some bizarre lights and chanting, barnyard animal noises, despite not seeing the animals, all sorts of stuff. You know that George feels guilty because although he was not actually one of these Sons of Freedom, he was kind of like friends with them, may have tipped them off to the federal agents, and carries a lot of guilt around that. So he's not necessarily like, he feels like he was complicit even as he sees that they were wrong, and he carries that guilt. So sometimes your conversations, he gets a little like stuck in the past from that era. So this is a new thing learned about the history of Brindlewood Bay rather than a like specific clue. So our clues, we're trying to write them in blue Sharpie. We've got stranged and defensive wounds, but I think it means
Oh, whoops.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Stopped halfway.
You did say you can't write and listen at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, then I gave you way too much information.
There.
There's at least one person that's probably in chat right now that can tell you that is very me.
I think it's both you and Babs.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a little strange.
So that's just something that like you recalled earlier. We'll have it be a little bit, retroactive. It's something that you know about George, and I think it's maybe gave back. I don't know if you would have some empathy towards him for that.
Empathy, yes, but also an interest because of Babs's interest in the conspiracy aspects of things as well.
That's right. Yeah.
It throws way into a story that's not necessarily normal. Seems really interesting down here.
Yeah, you've probably had a lot of conversations with him about it because he kind of may reset a little bit.
Which probably directed why Babs will take walks just to talk to George sometimes.
Interesting. Love that. How did you do, Chris?
I
How
rolled
did
like
Rosa
me,
did?
and thus I got a 7.
Okay, and you specifically were asking him, or you
I was just kind of telling him to kind of, keep calm but I think maybe, Rosa will go on to kind of try and comfort him and say something like, well, I saw you talking with Pauline before. Did you know her well?
As he's kind of staring at the ground,
Yeah.
there's just silent tears running down his face.
She'll kind of like sit down next to him and pat his shoulder.
Yeah. And quietly he just says, our relationship has had its ups and downs, but I fucking loved her. She was smart and creative, witty, a damn good businesswoman. I wanted her to get out of this stuffy town, but not like this. Never like this. And in his hand is a business card of a rival antique dealer in Boston.
Ooh.
So the card is your clue, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is going to be a bit of a complication.
Yes.
I know you already have a lot of complications in your life.
I do.
As you hear this story, there is something, it doesn't make any sense, right? This is a different individual. The voice isn't the same. Nothing is the same.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel like you're losing your spouse all over again. So you're going to take a condition, unless you're willing to cut to commercial.
Ooh. Yes, I will cut to commercial.
Okay. So this is a little bit of the scene. As you kind of kneel down next to Hazim, your eyes kind of go off like into the middle distance.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera kind of zooms in to see the sweat and the concern and starts hearing these conversations from your partner to the point where you may be just like completely emotionally incapacitated in this moment. Or we cut to commercial.
Great.
So, actually, why don't you roll me 3d6s so I can randomize this?
Four, 4, and 2, so a total of 10. What are you making me do?
I'm not doing that.
Oh, no, you gotta do it.
No.
No? Okay, fine.
So the way I was doing it, there were two options. One of them was degree plus university, get your degree plus so much more, which we could do. But the one that actually came up was challenge points for survivors of mass shootings, which I would, the two paired together as a survivor of a school shooting on this campus.
Yeah,
I would
let's
like
not
to
do that one.
We're not doing that. So I'll give you two choices. You could do the degree plus university, or you could do the Le Guillotine kitchen gadget.
Okay. Le Guillotine kitchen gadget.
Love it.
So I just get to narrate a commercial?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, the Turtles Plus.
Turtles Plus, yeah. Have you ever wanted to eat the rich? Have I got the gadget for you, Le Guillotine. The easiest and best way to chop anything you need to cook with in the kitchen. It is made of carbon steel blades, salvaged wood from a building in France that we think went back to the French Revolution, and it can be yours for the low price of $29.99 installments of $29.99 spread over the next months. And you will find that it can chop onions, it can chop cucumbers, it can chop meat, it can chop people's necks off if you're really into that. What more could you want from any kind of kitchen gadget? It chops, it slices, it dices, and it is the guillotine. I don't know, that's all I got.
Amazing.
Just to be clear, this is cutting to a commercial. This isn't Rosa in the moment.
I honestly think it might be. I think you might be moonlighting at like the local television.
Yeah, call now and get a second one free.
Points out Hazim, rich folks got you down?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, so we go back and Rosa's able to kind of like shake that off. It was a bit of a misleading cliffhanger, and Hazim has confided in you both that he loved her and wanted to get her out of here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's let's check out the storage room. Okay, Nellie. Is it Nellie?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. We also have a Nessie. That's why I get confused sometimes.
That one's in the
Nellie.
That one's in the lake, though.
Yeah, but also Caitlin's character.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the storage room, it's lit by a single strip of fluorescent lighting. There's dusty furniture, various just like chipped pieces of, is this even worth anything? It seems like it's probably very much like Pierre's, the things that Pierre acquired because the story was good. There's like absolutely no way anybody would buy.
There's a handful of leashes just sitting on the table over there.
Yeah, from the last time. And stacks of unopened crates. So something in here is giving you the creeps and you feel watched. Why is that? This is just more of a like painting the scene question.
I thought you said leeches, not leashes. Do with that what you
No, thank you.
will.
There is the crates are stacked unevenly, and there's only the one light that runs sort of straight down the middle. They form kind of a hallway through the center, but they're stacked in such a way that there is enough space, totally in shadow, between stacks of crates to move. So hallway of unopened crates, bits and pieces here and there, with just sort of shadowy kind of alleyways off each side. It's very Portland. This is a walking ocean line, but it's also terrifying.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Why don't you give me the meddling move as you look around? That would usually be reason unless you have a different thing you're trying.
No, that seems reasonable.
But chish.
Yes. Okay.
Please roll better than me.
First roll. It's gonna be bad.
Oh.
Haha! 12.
Damn. Okay, I'll take all the bad luck over here, so I'll be the kind of the heat sink, as it were.
You see a wooden frame. Could be circa 1830 salvage. Nothing's in it. But it's just sitting there on the crate. Tempting you.
Sorry, what was that last thing you said?
Tempting you.
Oh.
You feel very drawn to it.
It's just sitting there
Just sitting there
on a crate.
on a crate.
Totally empty.
Totally empty. If you get closer, there's a little plaque on it that says the Elder Wing. From here, it looks like it might be made from planks of a ship, because that's something that you would know.
Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, more trouble than it's worth.
Are you sure?
So Nellie will just look at it, sigh. What's up, man? Damn it. And then look around at the shadows and beeline it back out of there.
As you look around at the shadows, take a breath to turn around. You're holding the wooden frame. You don't remember picking it up. With your 12 plus, you're getting a clue and a void clue. Your clue is the wooden frame in a suspicious place without the moth. But if you want to just write the wooden frame, that'll do. Your void clue, I just realized I can do this. Chris, do you want to put the clue on the board?
Yes.
And then you and Justin can step in the hall for me?
Fine.
I don't normally get to do this.
no, that's true.
So yeah, to be clear, mechanically, when you roll a 12 plus on something, it's not just a success, but you get an added advantage, which can sometimes be in the
I don't
form.
think that it's an advantage if I die. It's made for you guys.
The form of a clue plus a void clue plus something else. When you look down and realize that you are holding this frame and you knew not to touch it.
Mhm.
You get a vision of the Deep Reaver and its crew. And you know you should be terrified in this moment, but instead you're overwhelmed with a sense of heroic calm. More stuff is going to happen. So I'll go ahead and give you a couple spoilers while they're out of the room. Number one, you're going to have a dream about this ship. I'll give you enough clues that then at the end of next session, I'll build this in and let you describe the dream. The second one is that, so Brindlewood Bay campaigns are a series of mysteries that culminate in the Void Mystery. And when you get to the Void Mystery, you're going to have an extra move called I Will Go Down with This Ship that will let you channel the ghost of Rudyard Bigham, the captain of the Deep Reaver, to save your friends from mortal or spiritual danger. You, if you give a speech about how you'll go down with the ship, your friends' lives will be miraculously spared, but you'll start losing your mind to the void. All your rolls will be at disadvantage for the rest of the session, and then you retire the character at the end of the session, if you use the move.
And that's like at the end when we're.
Yeah. So I'll end up giving you all of this stuff, but it'll be like a secret thing that you can have until the end.
And can we get the rights to that Dido song?
If enough people donate and subscribe, I
I'll
guess.
sing the whole
I guess we totally could.
Fair enough. Okay, incredible.
Yeah.
Is this a ship? Am I familiar with this name at all?
So the Deep Reaver is the ship, one of the early void clues that was found in the Control-Delete mystery was a laptop covered in barnacles, that the only app installed was The Voyage of the Deep Reaver, which was like an Oregon Trail style game.
Yes.
And they learned that in the summer of 1877, the crew of the whaler Deep Reaver set out from Brindlewood Bay and returned with the strangest whale anyone had ever seen. It had tentacle-like legs and rows of oily black eyes. They sold its parts all over the world, and the proceeds were used to turn Brindlewood Bay into what it is today. But the ship predates. That was just 1877 was when the thing happened. The other thing that was learned last time is that in the summer of 1893, Hale Willoughby, a Deep Reaver survivor, murdered 13 women. He claimed he was simply doing, quote, that what was promised to them below. Despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, the jury found him innocent. He was released from jail and allowed to build a shack on the old Stockton farmland where he lived out the rest of his days in relative peace. During that time, he kept to himself and rarely came to town, though he was said to frequently engage in strange religious rites in the middle of the night.
Okay, so normal stuff.
Yeah, that's a thing that they learned from Eudora Coffin, Dory Coffin, the chair of the Brindlewood Bay Lunch Club. So, yeah. If one of the producers wants to grab the rest of them,
Classic lunch club.
we're good. But yeah, so you do also have the void clue of having a vision of the Deep Reaver, we could say. But the rest of it, you can keep to yourself if you want.
Great, thank you.
That was fun.
Have you been, or have Eldritch Horror beyond your comprehension been revealed to you?
Yep.
Cool.
So there'll be an extra void clue, which we're not super tracking on the big board today.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna make the string.
But yeah. Awesome. So I'm gonna put it this way. Do you think you're gonna want to keep the frame? Because if so, you can add it to your cozy little place.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a really great idea. No.
Okay.
No.
So are you gonna try to set it back down?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll write on the same crate.
Try to put it exactly where it was.
Okay, that sounds terrific. That's a thing I need to make a note of. Okay. What's everybody else up to?
Love to hear.
Maybe
While you're up,
wipe my fingerprints.
you
off.
would know that, and this was mentioned at the beginning, they also live here. So Pierre and Pauline have rooms upstairs, which are also options for you to explore.
All right, great.
That is my last locations.
Okay.
You're doing a good job with this, Chris.
That's so kind of fun. I like those.
And now you know.
Your mom is kind of fun.
Conspiracy theories.
Yes.
It's true.
It begins with the string and it ends with.
And Will, don't think that we did not see the Your Mom joke. I'm proud of you. If I say it out loud, I give away the game.
See, where are you going to be? I guess you're in the shirt room. You were.
So yeah, where do you go next then, Nelly?
I'm going back to my friends.
Okay.
And I'm going to say to them, Moth's gone.
Has anyone seen Lily? She's not come through here, has she?
No, we've been out here the whole time.
She was she still with us when the scream happened?
Maybe.
Honestly, if she could be standing right here, I wouldn't even notice.
That is true. She was kind of standing there last.
I'll go find her.
Standing where?
Stop there, please.
Hold on, guys.
There was
And there goes the third glass of wine for Babs.
there was a scream.
Did you not hear? Where are we right now? Is she on the alley with us?
You would be kind of in the alley.
In the
So
doorway,
she
yeah.
basically came down the hallway and was standing behind. Because if Nellie was in the storage room, then came back out, she would be behind Nellie in the hallway.
Aha.
I try not to disrupt things. I like being conscientious.
Very, very good.
Just be conscientious a little louder.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, you heard the scream then, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got the. You talked about it. I don't know.
What happened?
I suddenly gesture towards Pauline. See for yourself.
Oh dear.
Indeed.
She doesn't look well.
I expect not. She's dead. Or at least she's not breathing. I'm not a coroner. Where is the sheriff?
Nobody.
Does she have the elder wing?
No one has searched her pockets.
Lily will go search her pockets.
That was not an invitation.
I mean, Lee is still holding her, right?
Just completely distraught.
Maybe stop.
She backs away, but she has something in her hand. It's a napkin that says, "I can help you," with a telephone number on it.
Uh-huh. Are we close enough to see what the telephone number is?
She'll hand it to you.
Do I recognize the area code?
Is it Boston?
I don't know the Boston area code.
Well, you could just say it's the Boston area.
Here's the thing. So in Brindlewood Bay, a lot of times the clues are intentionally vague because then at the end of the theorized move, she can assign things.
Okay.
So the clue is going to be a napkin.
Did you want to call the number?
You could just write napkin, I can help you, telephone number, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that will be another clue that I gave you for free. Because Lily's really helpful.
Uh-huh.
She's just kind of, straighten up
Messing with
Where
it.
and where was that? Where did you get that?
in the pocket. I'm pretty efficient.
I think I'm scared of Yeah, something tells me she's killed before.
Have some sympathy for the dead body.
When you say that, Pierre comes storming in. Dead body. Oh,
Pierre, you're going to want to sit down.
We're in an alleyway, there's no chairs.
We're in the hallway.
Oh.
on the floor.
I'm gonna take Pierre by the arm, lead him back into the room, and sit him down in a chair. Say, Pierre. It's Pauline. She's dead.
Just looking around the room.
Breathe. Ambulance, sheriff are on their way.
Passes out. Just falls forward.
I'm going to push him back so he falls
Yeah, just
in the chair. And then just, well, dodged a bullet there, I think.
And George pops up and goes, well, that which is dragged from the inky depths of the void will always want to return to the void.
Oh, now you're coherent?
George, dear, can you keep an eye on Pierre?
I've got two.
Thank you.
Something inky depths of the void. What did he just
That which
say?
is dragged from the inky depths of the void.
Will always want to return to the void.
That is true.
And it will spread nothing but hatred and misery until it's allowed to do so.
Is this about the Brindlewood? Because that sounds like a curse.
Captain knew.
Captain who? The captain, the father of Alma.
The captain.
Yeah, he said that about the pipe.
The captain knew.
Ah.
Do you know?
Only what Solomon knew.
Which was?
That which is dragged from the inky depths of the void will always want to return to the void.
Who is Solomon?
That's his first name.
Okay.
It will spread nothing but hatred and misery until it's allowed to do so.
Don't laugh. His last name was Hyman.
Okay. In the mysteries, usually they don't let anybody leave because there is the crime scene, right? So maybe we should make sure everybody stays in the showroom.
Yes.
Okay.
Marjorie Buttons is now fawning all over Pierre, fetching water.
They have a.
Marjorie. Wrong tree died.
And then George goes, trees don't bark. Just like with an eye on him, because that was what we were told to do.
Trees don't bark.
Trees don't bark.
Trees don't bark. Well, no, I'm gonna go get everyone else and try and keep them here.
Yeah, so I mean, Nigel is like tending to food and just kind of like focused.
Alma. Where's Alma?
Alma is here kind of staying with the antiques.
Okay.
Like clutching a clipboard, kind of frozen.
I'm going to go up to Alma
Mhm.
and pull her aside and say, Alma, Pauline is dead.
I heard.
And the moth is gone.
It's gone. Where'd it go?
I don't know, but the case is in the storeroom and it is empty.
Is it?
Yes.
In the storeroom, that is.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it was.
She speed walks.
I would
To the room?
If before.
Mm.
If I were you, I would not let that Codswallop woman know. Because the first thing she said when she learned of Pauline was, does she have
It's deeply concerning.
Isn't it? Quite.
You know, it's interesting. She wasn't on the guest list. But when she showed up, Pierre just like swore that she seemed familiar, so I didn't think much of it. I'm just gonna go check.
Good call. Who? That's everybody account for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pierre is passed out somewhere.
In a chair in the showroom.
Oh, okay.
But Marjorie will volunteer to take him up to his room if you want. Do you want George to accompany them?
No, I want them to stay here.
Okay.
Should we?
This is nonsense, but I'm gonna invoke the day move. So what's the worst that could happen? if you confront Marjorie.
Marjorie has a realization about the way the world works.
No worse that could happen for Nellie.
Can you tell me a little bit about Marjorie?
Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to think of like what you would know in this moment.
Well, let me give you context. Is my Maven move is Columbo, and the note for Columbo is something about you causes the quote elite of society to not take me too seriously. So I just want to make sure whether that comes into play here. She doesn't seem like the elite of
Marjorie is dressed too nicely for this. Much more like if she was going out to dinner. She doesn't come across as the elite of society, but she is the descendant of some founders of Brindlewood Bay.
She might think of herself as that.
Yes. So I think like for this move, why don't you go ahead and give me the meddling move to get a read on her?
Excellent.
And we will, if you want to trigger the Columbo with this, you could. Because like rich and famous is relative in Brindlewood Bay. I will say there is somebody famous here, but I don't think y'all have clocked it. But it'll work for this move.
Okay, let's do it. Why
Is
not?
George Miller actually the director of Mad Max? Is he here?
Oh my god. No, I'm sorry, it's me. I was the Zodiac.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Really might have been.
Then why are you doing a murder mystery club? Well, that's why, actually. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, sorry.
Because I want to see if anyone can do one as good as me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
You are rolling meddling, but if you're trying to get a read on her, maybe presence, maybe reason,
I mean,
depending on how you're doing
I'm trying to.
Well, here's what I was thinking
I'm trying to
is
get her to
like,
stop.
if you're trying to get her to stop, but then you were like, what do I know about her? So we're going to back up and do the what you know about her, and then we'll do the you try to get her to stop.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and
So it could be presence if you're doing this through social interaction. If you're trying to look at her and like read her, then it would be more reason, I think. But if you have another option, you want to...
No, I think I'll do that. I think I'm not going to trigger the Columbo move in case it becomes more useful down the line.
Okay.
But I rolled a 10.
A 10. Okay. I'm going to give you some stuff. Oh boy, that would be a little disturbing. Which one did you do? Did you do reason or did you do presence?
I think because I'm trying to get a live check on her, I would have done reason. I have the same bonus for them, but yeah, reason.
Yeah. Okay, so you notice a few things about her. One is that she has a habit of looking at Pauline with some disdain. The second is that in her bag, you see a cutout newspaper article. And I'm going to say that like with a roll that good, you're able to make out a headline that says, local twins' parents die in suspicious accident. And this is a newspaper article detailing the death of the twins' parents in her handbag. That will be your clue.
Do we know? Well, I'm not there. Never mind.
I mean, as far as your move goes, it's kind of interesting, right? Because it's like you will just find a clue on top of something. So if you want a second clue now or a second clue later.
Oh, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But I just meant like that's my read of it anyway.
Yeah.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the way it works is if you had a miss, you would still get all the consequences of a miss, except then also a
But
clue.
it's still get a clue.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. So, yeah, does that change anything? Or you want to go ahead and make the day move, trying to interfere? Feels like a stretch to call this the day move, but I'm having fun.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say,
yeah.
Marjorie, stop. Leave Pierre where he is. What are you gonna do? Carry him upstairs. Ambulance is on the way. Police are on the way. And frankly, and I will gesture to the article in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Things aren't looking entirely above board for you.
So what's the worst that could happen here?
She could hit me,
Cool.
or run.
Cool. Go ahead and make your roll.
And what? This one, presence, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, oh, okay. You're gonna want to put on a crown.
Yeah.
Well, wait until you hear it.
That's a 4.
4. Okay. So with the 4, what's really, because it is like, what's going to happen is she's going to punch you. You're going to have a black eye.
Yeah.
It is going to impact your presence rolls because it's a little distracting. So at that point, you can decide like if you want to put on a crown and back up and that didn't happen, or if you just want to let her do it. Putting on a crown, we'll just have it go to 7 to 9.
Yeah.
Right?
She's still gonna hit me.
But you could choose that it didn't happen.
You know what?
You can put on 2 crowns, maybe? Can you put on 2 crowns?
That's a you question.
I'm trying to remember.
Put on 7 crowns. That'd be awesome.
I mean, you can
Oh,
also...
you just fully ascend into the void immediately?
you can gold crown mystery move it. Who has the crowns language?
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna let her hit me.
No crown, just let her hit you?
Yep.
Awesome, yeah. She is going to hit you. You are going to hit the ground. You're going to take the condition black eye.
Mm-hmm.
And she is in a tug of war match with George over Pierre's body as he comes to.
Rosa? Babs.
Yeah, no, Babs is definitely going to come over. George is afraid. No offense to Nellie at all.
You're here for
She sees
George,
it, gets her
not
attention,
George.
and sees George, and then goes,
Oh, yeah.
runs over to just try to, I want to say, break it up, but
It's just like very much like
yeah.
Pierre's like, what is my sister? What are you? What is happening? But his instant reaction seems to be much more to like try to push George off of him, unfortunately, rather than Marjorie.
I'm gonna try and come like right in his line of view and just be like, yeah, it's okay. You fainted. You're awake now. Marjorie, George, it's okay. The authorities are going to be here soon.
Why the hell not? Let's make this a day move. What's the worst that can happen?
To me or to in general?
Well,
She could hit me again.
what are you afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve? So it doesn't necessarily have to be to you, apparently.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, I'm afraid that they'll just keep shaking him. And that, like, this situation is going to deteriorate because everybody's overly emotional.
Cool. Roll with presence.
Really do. Okay. Presence.
Yep.
It's 6. Okay.
Are you feeling lucky? So
No, I'm going to put on a crown.
I'm trying to. I think I can. I don't have to give you a condition.
It's kind of you.
No, it's interesting because like 7 to 9, I tell you what happens and you can decide. I guess otherwise I just say what happens.
Yeah.
So you hear what happens, then you can decide if you want to put on a crown. That's
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of what I'm getting at.
Okay.
That said, Oh. That could be bad.
Should roll my saber.
How mean am I gonna be?
How mean is she going to be, chat?
How mean does chat want me to be?
Let's put it this way. Will has said, you know, I'm starting to think the mavens of Brindlewood need to work on their bedside manner.
I was a teacher.
I know that you're afraid of this situation getting out of hand. What happens is that Pierre starts to clue into what you're saying, stops resisting, goes like a little bit limp.
6 out of 10.
George pulls really hard. Marjorie slips, hits her head, and is unconscious on the
Oh
floor.
my god. Yeah, I'm putting on a crown.
On the other hand, she did just punch me in the face. Put on the crown.
Like, okay, I just was at a party that was supposed to be a party, and 2 people died when we thought one person was going to die. So,
Put on the crown.
yeah, I'm putting on a crown. I'm putting on a crown of the queen.
Sure, you don't want to. Never mind.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
I really think Mercedes needs to lock into the palette mask before I start getting in that.
Chat's on your side. You mean?
Thank you, chat.
What chat you lead, Will? 6 out of 10.
No, and like 3 other people.
Oh, go around. Yeah.
Love you, chat.
Be very.
So you're gonna put on a crown of the queen. I'm gonna let you think about which one.
Yeah.
That said, technically what that does is it moves it up to, if you've gotten a 7 to 9, which is the thing, I narrate the
Well,
thing
I got
that
a
you
6.
can make not happen. No, but I'm saying the crown of the
Yeah.
queen doesn't just move it up 1 tier.
Oh.
Isn't that right?
No.
These holes.
Is there any opportunity
So,
for Babs to use some reasoning to try to just calm people down?
do you want to use your Maven
You
move?
want to MacGyver something up here? I don't know. How that
I'm not sure how I can MacGyver this situation.
Well, what would happen is
Um,
everybody would name an object, and then you'd get to figure out how to use one or more of
I've
them.
got a list of real fun objects right here.
I think it's.
So you could Gold Crown Mysteries it if you wanted.
Yeah,
What's
I
for
want to save
mystery?
that, I think.
So,
Oh no! Again, we should not be committing murders. Enough of that is happening.
I'm just saying, we do have a willing partner.
Don't give the keeper ideas.
It's decorative.
Yeah, it's very clearly labeled decorative for absolutely no reason. I mean, you could, like, tie them to the chairs. We have 3.5 chairs.
I mean, they're missing legs anyway, can't be that
How much wrestling does Babs watch?
I feel like that's 100% the wrestling one.
Oh, 100%, yes.
And it's because it's
Agreed.
like one of 2 channels she has.
I was like, just because I'm on camera, I can't find the thing I'm looking for. I thought it just moved it up 1 success tier, doesn't it?
I think that's how I've been playing.
Yeah, that's how we've been playing it. So it would move it
So
from...
what would happen is I would tell you that would happen,
Yeah.
and you can back down and say you didn't actually challenge them.
Okay, then I think let's do that.
Okay.
And I checked kind of the queen, a flashback of your fondest memory with one of your children.
Do you want it now or later?
I can do it now. Well, no, I'll save it. Because I don't think it necessarily makes sense in the current scene, so.
Okay. So this chaos is kind of continuing to unfold in front of you. But Marjorie's trying to take Pierre upstairs. There's a lot going on. And all of a sudden, the caterer comes in and drops food, like a tray of food in the middle of the room. Just like, what is happening? I mean, this is exactly why I need to start a new business, because I think all of you could really benefit from some chill pills, like with a Z, of course. Natural herbal ways to just kind of chill you out and help you cope with difficult situations.
So did you just walk into the room, see what was happening, continue walking to the middle of the room, and then drop that tray of food?
It's all about the presentation.
The boy has dramatic timing.
Nigel, how well has these businesses actually worked out for you?
I mean, this one didn't work, which is why I need another one. This is a disaster. You really think this is going to help me get a job? Like, nobody's going to want to hire me again. Although, I guess you did say that there is, like, you know, another catering business that's out of business, so to speak. So maybe
There's one fewer caterer in the town now, yes.
Nobody's going to blame the food for this.
Well, we don't know that.
She was strangled.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
The
Yeah.
canapes were acceptable.
I mean, Pauline's dead. It's a real tragedy.
Okay, what's going on with his manor right now? Like,
Pierre, who am I supposed to invoice now? Because she was the one handling.
Shut up.
okay.
Shutting up.
Okay.
And he'll just like turn around and head back to like, you know, where the drinks are and start tidying up.
Yeah. So everybody seems happy with Pauline being dead.
No one's happy.
I mean,
Nobody seems to care.
Marjorie hears this and finally stops like yanking on Pierre. And is like, Pierre deserves so much better than whatever that money-grubbing sister of his allowed him, I suppose. Don't be fooled. They appeared as equals on the surface, but they were anything but equals.
Yeah. Pierre is gay. You are presumably not.
Here's the thing, though. Pauline kind of ruled Pierre, and he hasn't been free to make his own decisions.
Marjorie.
Like, she's done that since they were children.
Marjorie, she's dead. And the more you talk, the more it sounds like you did it.
There's no reason I would want her dead, I suppose.
Do you hear yourself? She hears that? I don't think she
I don't
hears
even think
herself.
she believes she did it.
No. You have reason. You have well, you have an alibi. You were here, I guess. I don't know. I don't know all of these words.
She clearly didn't like Pauline.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Motive.
She's now expressed multiple reasons she wishes Pauline were out of the scene.
For the
She is
motive.
trying to take Pierre unconscious alone to a room.
File that under other.
No, I think that's part of it.
Is it motive? Okay.
I mean, I think it's character assessment here.
Mm.
She punched an old lady in the face
Mm.
for trying to stop her abducting an unconscious man.
George goes, it is cursed.
Exactly.
Thank you, George.
George.
It is cursed.
I mean,
The captain knew.
On a side conversation, I just walk over to George. And Babs is just
thank
like,
you, Babs.
What's cursed, George? Let's go talk about that.
Okay, give me the meddling
Can
move
somebody
with
can
presence.
somebody get this man some twine? Some rope.
Presence isn't the strong. 6.
Not put on a crown. You're like a
Um,
crown dealer.
yeah, I mean, with a 6, you're not going to find anything particular. But as you take George, you're walking kind of in the direction of where the cash register is. And they've set up a nice, like, little square spot kind of thing so people can use their phones to pay. But on the screen pops up your social security number.
What?
Well, that got all my attention. Now Babs no longer sees George and is dead focused on that screen.
Then it blinks. We know where you are. So you're going to take another condition.
I knew it. Yeah.
How are you feeling in this moment?
Like you want to put on a crown? Because you can do that.
Although, please, I kind of like it.
So I'm going to give you
I
a...
am paranoid.
Awesome. Your second condition is paranoid. This is related to the pinged. Because you got that when you were trying to do some technology stuff and you were pinged. Yeah, but George is kind of discombobulated and just repeating what he was saying. Meanwhile, Pierre is just kind of looking at the floor like, I don't know how to go on without her. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like
Yeah. It's okay.
it's not okay.
No. I know it doesn't feel. I know.
I mean,
What
we
I
had
mean
our
is- what I mean
differences,
is-
but we always came back together. We always.
Yeah. You need to breathe. These are questions that will not be answered today. It will take time. It will take friends and company. Friends who perhaps looked and will remember Polly more fondly than some. But this is not something that needs to be. You do not have to have answers to these questions right now.
Yes, but we rarely even spent a day apart. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I need to go lie down. Can one of you detain Marjorie for a moment?
Why don't I go get you a drink, or some tea, or
Not
both?
Hennessy.
Not Hennessy.
Thank you.
I understand you want to lie down, but I do think we need to wait for ambulance, sheriff. They will want to speak with you.
That's true. Pierre will go off with you if
Okay.
that's what you want.
Yeah.
Are y'all trying to get information out of him right now?
No.
Or are you just trying to like diffuse that?
Mostly diffuse that, and also just like kind of make sure he's okay. I
Okay.
mean, I guess technically he's a suspect.
Then what would you be doing after we've got George and Pierre that have been escorted?
I'm just going to be staring at Marjorie.
Who just punched you?
You got something to say? I don't think he likes you. I suppose.
Wrong tree dog.
He liked Hazim.
George, trees don't bark. In the corner. Why don't you, are you wanting to give another meddling move? Trying to figure her out? Like, are you looking for a clue here?
No, I just wanted to keep her occupied while
Okay.
Rosa takes care of Pierre.
I mean, I feel bad meddling, but I kind of want to meddle.
I mean, that's what you're here for.
That's what I'm here for. How would I go about this? I can't be direct.
You can be looking in an environment too,
Oh, okay.
right? Like, it could be where you take him. You can look around there while you're escorting him somewhere. You can talk to him.
We're gonna go to the drinks thing. I'm gonna grab him 2 glasses of champagne.
It's a
And
bit inappropriate to be toasting my sister's demise.
no, that's not what this is for. This is for you.
They're both
They're both for you.
Well then, just get down.
We should stay in the building, but I think it's okay if maybe we go up to your room. And I'm gonna like.
Yeah,
let the
there's
ladies know.
there's a door that says staff only. He'll open, and a staircase that leads up there.
Yeah.
I
I would like to search just to look around.
His room, plush carpets. It's very light and airy with sage green brocade wallpaper. But my question for you is, what here tells you that he lives in the past?
Ooh.
The antique store.
Well, that. But no, it's something about maybe it's the wallpaper is not quite brocade, but sort of brocade, but also kind of Art Deco. And there are movie posters in frames, like vintage antique movie posters from like 1920s silent films, all kind of, the very beautifully made up, heroines kind of looking wistfully off into the distance.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll me the meddling move. If you're looking around the room, it'd probably be reason.
Okay, well, I lost my reason point. So So it's a flat roll. It's a 7. Finally, Jesus Christ.
Okay, with a 7. Oh boy. No, we're not doing that.
Oh.
You want to do that?
As long as it's not in reference to terrible events that happened at this school.
Okay. As you're kind of like settling him in, you see like kind of on the floor in the corner, a little bit under the bed.
Yeah.
A piece of silken rope, and as you pull it out, it's stained with blood. It's dried blood, if that helps.
Probably.
And the complication is not occurring in this room. Downstairs, as you're watching Marjorie, she reaches down on the floor, picks up a pig in a blanket that was being served, wipes off the dirt, pops it in her mouth while making eye contact with you.
This woman, it's fucking weird.
5-second rule, I suppose. She says while chewing with her mouth open, and as she swallows, she starts choking.
Please tell me you giggle just a little bit.
Oh, it's gonna like that.
Alright.
I'm not gonna giggle, but I am gonna just wait for just a moment.
Too long.
Lips turning blue, struggling a bit.
Okay.
As she does,
I will then move in to help.
what do you do?
Heimlich, I guess. I don't know. Pat her on the back.
I
No,
don't-
that's not the thing you shouldn't do.
Yeah, go ahead and...
Don't pat them on the back because that can make it go down.
Yeah,
There,
I guess.
No, let's go with it.
No, I
No,
said
he said Heimlich. He said
I
Heimlich.
said Heimlich first.
Okay. Give me... I don't know why this makes sense, but it does.
Is this
Let's
a
call...
meddling move?
Go ahead and roll using the physical attribute.
Vitality.
Vitality.
Oh, cool. Because I've got so much of that. What? Looks like we're getting 5 crowns, friends. That's an 8.
Yeah.
I'm well.
You are doing the Heimlich maneuver on her. She does spit out the pig in a blanket. It hits this like tea tin that was sitting in a corner on one of the tables, like behind the ones that are set up with the auction items. As it's gonna fall over, and a wad of cash rolls out of it. But also, you get very distracted by that. She's gonna fall flat on her, right? Because you're like doing a Heimlich. She's a little off center. You're distracted by this. As you let go, she's gonna teeter over and hit her head. And I think we're just gonna call Marjorie dead.
That's on an 8.
Crown, fucking crown.
You get a complication.
Obviously gonna crown. And a crown would take this up just to a flat success, right?
It could be, yeah, a crown will take it up to a flat success, or, you know, any other things you want to do. Gold crown mystery or anything like that. Or you can let her die. It's allowed.
I mean, as much as
I love probing, like, that. How much do you hate her? Like, that's what...
How much do you hate her?
I mean,
You just met the woman.
there's like hatred, and then there's like does Nelly not kind of would be fine with her dying? Yes. Dying like that? No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So you could crown or you could gold crown mysteries it.
I'm gonna put on a crown. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to call it now, or do you want a minute to think about it?
I will.
I would say the act of putting on a crown, it's not that she falls over, or like she starts falling forward, right? And you are able to catch her.
Okay.
And kind of put her steadier on her feet. But you do have this extra clue, or you have this clue of a wad of cash and a tea tin. And did you get the one from his room?
So I will. I wrote it down here.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Screw it. I'm gonna take a void crown.
Amazing. Is this your first one?
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations. It's a fun one.
Yes, it is.
Okay. We are already past 10, so we probably should wrap it if everybody's okay with that for now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to narrate your Crown of the Queen, or do you want to start next time with that?
I can narrate it now.
Why don't you go ahead and set that up, and
Okay.
then I'll explain what happens next. So after Chris narrates his Crown of the Queen, we will be doing stars and wishes. So everybody will have a chance, and this includes y'all chat, to say stars, something that happened that you felt was really cool or that you enjoyed, and then wishes, something you hope that happens next. This can be for a specific character in general, anything like that. So yeah, let's hear our crown.
So I think right before she pulls the silken rope with dried blood on it out from under the bed, she's kind of getting Pierre settled, and she has this moment in kind of settling Pierre in, thinking back to one of her fondest memories of one of her children, thinking back to a day many decades ago when she was still in the old country, where she and her husband, who was still alive, went out to a river out in the countryside and spent the day kind of having a picnic. And she remembers watching her son, Diego, playing in the river, splashing around and kind of just laughing. And she remembers this was one of her kind of having a new family, one of her most fond memories. And then the end of the day, kind of tucking him into bed, kissing him goodnight. And that's the kind of link with what happened. So.
Yeah, you probably remember it a little bit as you're like getting Pierre all snug while he waits. But, you know.
So then finding a silken rope with dried blood on it was
a bit disturbing. But as you're pondering those possibilities, you hear yelling from downstairs. Almost storms back into the antique showroom, and it's like, Nellie, what do you mean? The wooden frame is not there. And we'll leave it there for tonight. Let's do stars and wishes, though. Stars, what's something you're happy for? Let's start with Justin.
For the stars, right?
Stars is something you enjoyed. Wishes something for next time, or that you hope happens.
Definitely a star. I love both Nelly and Rose's sincere characteristics. That's I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it.
Insert
shady.
So it's very interesting to play with both of you guys.
Love it. Any wishes for next time? Or just the future in general?
Wishes, well, is Marjorie's still alive, right?
Marjorie's still alive.
She's still alive. She's okay.
I've tried.
Still interested. I'm interested to see where Marjorie, how much Marjorie has to fight to get through this.
She's got some work to do on herself.
Awesome. What about you, Sean?
Um,
I'm gonna move Pierre just because.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I remember for next time.
This is a absurd cast of characters assembled in this space, and I really love them. Between Lily and Marjorie, and George as the kind of middle ground. There's like a whole lot happening. So I'd be really interested to see what happens with Marjorie and Lily in a room together. But also, I really appreciate Justin's very specific commitment to Babs's conspiracy theory thinking. Like, thinking on the thing, no, George doesn't exist. Like
going out of your way to walk your dog because he was part of a absolutely unhinged moment in Brindlewood history. Like, ooh, I gotta learn. It's like, yeah, gotta get the historical take. It's great.
That's amazing.
And then, I mean, Rosa is a brilliant character that I absolutely adore. So.
What do you think of Chris?
Let's see. I don't know, my brain is not working anymore. Stars for this just amazing Marjorie rivalry with Nellie and Marjorie. Best enemies for life. I'm here for this. I appreciate Babs's just.
I have my wish.
Babs is just living her own.
Yeah,
life,
just
for everything out. Brindlewood was just a normal town that she lives in.
Yeah. I think wish for next time.
My wish is now all of a sudden Marjorie developing a crush on Nellie. That was you saved my life.
Wrong tree.
Trees don't bark.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
Shit. There was something else I was gonna say about Star.
Shipping Marjorie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was to do with you rolled. What was so you made us leave for the void clue, which was cool.
With the box elder.
Oh yes, that moment of I'm not picking it up, and then it's in your hand suddenly. Yes, that was very cool. Wishes for next time. I don't know. I want to roll better.
That's fair enough.
That's all I ever want.
We got any things from the chat? It is late.
I'll give you mine.
Oh yeah, what is producers?
So I have 2 stars. The first is Justin, and I will send you this picture. I have a picture of, and I don't remember what it was. You said something, and the 2 of you just immediately lost it. So you're just surrounded by people head in hand, just going. And my other one is I'm so delighted with this murder board.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think my wish for next week, whatever.
Both.
Is that I really want to see someone literally just take that full spool and just go bang, 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 glue, glue. Just full spider web this thing.
This is something that can happen.
I love it. Do you have any, Gustavo? Putting production on the
I'm here
spot.
for the shenanigans. Mercedes is dreadfully sad that she couldn't make it to the auction.
Chat has 1 more star, and it is when Babs chugged the champagne.
Yeah.
Yep. I really enjoyed Rosa and the Hazim moment.
Guillotine kitchen gadget.
Oh yeah, the guillotine kitchen gadget, absolutely.
I really should have done that whole thing in a French
I
accent.
also Hazim is available now.
I don't think this is really the moment.
Tell that to Marjorie.
She's dead. He's gay.
Oh yeah, happy Pride.
Oh my gosh, it's always hard to pick a moment because y'all are so funny. I also love when the dice do exactly what I wanted them to do, so I was really excited by that high roll in the storage room.
Oh, that was good.
Because it was okay, this gives me some freedom to play, which I really like. And the thing I'm most excited about is that we made this work.
No.
Also, Cheese Warlord, subs, Hype
honestly.
Train, so many people.
Thank you all.
So yeah, thank you all so much. We will see you for the conclusion of the Deadly Silent auction next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye. They all did it.
Yep.
Everybody murdered everybody else.
Yep.